What would you do if a 9-year-old boy in boots patched with duct tape claimed he could heal your child? And he was right. It was a chilly morning in Birmingham, Alabama. Not cold enough for snow, but the kind that made your breath visible and your fingers tingle. People hurried in and out of the Children's Medical Center on 7th Avenue, wrapped in scarves, gripping coffee cups, moving quickly as if they could escape the reasons that brought them there. But one person wasn't in a rush. He sat on a flattened cardboard box near the revolving doors, sketching quietly in a worn notebook. His name was Sam Turner, only 9 years old. His coat was too big, sleeves bunched up, and one boot had duct tape across the toe. A red knit beanie sat low on his forehead, barely covering his ears. He didn't beg or ask for help, just sat there, observing the flow of people. He was there most Saturdays. Some hospital staff had tried to shoo him away when he first appeared, but they eventually gave up. Sam wasn't a troublemaker. He smiled when spoken to, and, when not drawing in his notebook, he was watching, always watching. Most assumed he had a parent inside, perhaps a sick sibling, or maybe he was waiting for a ride. Nobody asked too many questions, not in a place like that. Across the street, parked by a fire hydrant, a dark silver Range Rover idled, engine running, but the driver stayed still. Inside was Michael Hayes, a man in his late 40s, sharp jawline, graying temples, tie loosened, collar creased. He had wealth. You could tell from the gleam of his car, even under the hospital's harsh lights. But he looked drained, like a man running on empty. In the back, in a booster seat, sat his daughter, Lily, 6 years old, brown curls tucked behind one ear, legs hidden under a pink blanket. Her eyes were wide, but she was silent. An accident had changed everything. One moment, she was climbing trees, racing cousins in the backyard. The next, she was paralyzed from the waist down, locked in quiet. Michael opened the back door, gently lifted her, and carried her toward the entrance. He didn't notice Sam at first. Most didn't, but Sam saw him. He noticed the way Michael held her, like she might break, and how her eyes fixed on the sky, avoiding the hospital. Sam stared longer than usual. Then, just before they passed, stood and called out, "Sir, I can make your daughter walk again." Michael froze mid-step, not out of anger or confusion, but because of the way the words were delivered. Not a pitch, not a prank, just soft, clear, and earnest, like Sam believed it entirely. Michael turned, eyes narrowing. "What did you just say?" Sam didn't waver. He stepped forward, tucking his notebook under his arm. "I said I can help her walk again." Michael stared, his grip tightening on Lily. "That's not funny, kid. I'm not joking." Sam's voice held steady, no smile, just a calm, adult-like stillness in a child's frame. Michael looked at Sam's worn clothes, the taped boot, the cracked glasses dangling from his shirt collar. This had to be a fluke, maybe a scam. He turned and walked inside without another word, but the boy's voice lingered, replaying in his mind. Not hopeful, not doubtful, but certain, like a fact. It stuck with him, tugging until he'd return. For the next few hours, Michael tried to push the kid from his thoughts. He sat through Lily's appointments, nodding at the same phrases from therapists, neurologists, and specialists. Managing expectations, long road ahead. Miracles take time. He'd heard it all, but Sam's words kept looping. "I can make your daughter walk again." By early afternoon, Michael and Lily left the hospital. The sun had pierced the clouds, but the air was still sharp. He carried Lily to the car, as always, when he spotted Sam again. Same box, same notebook, but now staring right at him, like he knew Michael would return. Michael hesitated, glanced at Lily, her head on his shoulder, eyes closed, her body too light for her age. He turned. "You again," he muttered, approaching. Why would you say something like that? You think this is a game? Sam shook his head. No, sir. You don't even know her. Michael's voice sharpened as he lowered Lily into the back seat. You don't know what she's been through, what we've been through. Sam stood firm. I don't need to know her to help. Michael straightened. You're what, 9? Almost 10, Sam corrected. You're a kid outside a hospital with tape on your shoes. What could you possibly know about helping someone like my daughter? Sam's fingers traced his notebook's edge. My mama used to help people walk again, he said softly. She was a physical therapist. She taught me things. She said the body remembers, even when it forgets for a while. Michael stared, skepticism hardening. So, you watched her do some exercises, and now you think you're a doctor? I watched her help a man walk after 5 years in a chair, Sam said, eyes meeting Michael's. She didn't need machines or nurses, just her hands, her patience, and faith. Michael opened his mouth, then stopped. He glanced around. A nurse passing by waved at Sam. A janitor nodded to him. They knew him. I'm not giving you money, Michael said. I didn't ask for money. Then what do you want? Sam took a deep breath and stepped closer. Just 1 hour. Let me show you. Michael glanced at Lily, now watching them quietly with open eyes. He sighed, rubbing his nose bridge. I should walk away right now. Sam didn't move. I should call security, Michael added. Sam stayed silent. Finally, Michael huffed. Fine. You want to waste your time, kid? Meet us at Harrington Park tomorrow, noon. Don't be late. Sam nodded once. I'll be there. Michael climbed into the SUV, started the engine, and drove off without looking back. In the rearview mirror, Sam stood still, hands at his sides, face unreadable. That night, after dinner, Michael sat in his home office, papers scattered across his desk, none making sense. He kept seeing Sam standing there, like he knew something. Lily poked her head in. Daddy. He turned. Yeah, baby. Who was that boy? Michael paused. Just someone we met outside the hospital. He looked like he believed it, she said. Believed what? That I could walk. She smiled faintly, walking her fingers across her wheelchair's armrest like they were legs. Michael didn't smile. For the first time in months, something in him stirred. Not numbness, but something dangerous, like hope. Harrington Park was the kind of place most overlooked, a cracked basketball court, swings with squeaky chains, and a grassy patch pretending to be a soccer field. On Sundays, it was usually empty, especially at noon. But that day, Sam was there, on a bench by a big oak tree, in the same oversized jacket. His notebook was tucked away, replaced by a small gym bag and a folded towel beside him. At 12:07, Michael's SUV pulled up. He said nothing at first, just lifted Lily into her wheelchair and rolled her over. He avoided eye contact, arms crossed tightly, like he regretted coming. Sam stood. Hi again, he said politely. Michael gave a stiff nod. Lily waved shyly. Sam smiled. Hi, Lily. Her eyes brightened. Hi. Michael raised an eyebrow. How do you know her name? You said it yesterday, Sam replied. I remember stuff. Michael didn't respond, just gestured at the towel. So what now? Magic carpet ride. Sam ignored the sarcasm. No, sir. Just the basics. He opened his bag, pulling out socks, a tennis ball, a jar of cocoa butter, and a plastic container with warm rice wrapped in cloth. Michael squinted. What's all that? Stuff my mom used, Sam said. The rice is for heat, loosens muscles. The ball's for pressure points. Michael crossed his arms again. Sam turned to Lily. If it's okay, can I work with your legs? Nothing hurts, I promise. If it feels weird, just say stop, okay? Lily looked at her dad. He sighed. You can try. Be careful. Sam knelt by her chair, unwrapped her blanket, and placed the warm rice pack on her thighs. Lily flinched slightly. Too hot? Sam asked. She shook her head. Feels good. Sam nodded, waited, then began moving her legs gently, small rotations, side to side, up and down. Michael watched, ready to intervene, but nothing went wrong. "You ever done this before?" he asked, suspicious. Sam didn't look up. "My mama took me to shelters after school. She helped veterans, people who couldn't afford therapy. Said, everybody deserves to feel human again. I carried her bag." Michael raised an eyebrow. "And she taught you this?" "Yeah," said the body don't need fancy, just attention. He tapped Lily's knee lightly. "Feel that?" "No," she whispered. Sam nodded, unfazed. "That's okay. I'll keep asking." He kept talking to her, asking about her favorite colors, foods, shows. Her answers started short, but grew. She asked him questions, too. "Do you live around here?" "Kind of." "Do you go to school?" "I used to." "Why not anymore?" Sam paused. "My mom got sick. Then she passed. Been figuring things out since." Lily looked down. "I'm sorry." Sam smiled faintly. "Thanks." Michael's posture softened, but he stayed quiet. After 30 minutes, Sam tapped her ankle. "Feel that?" Lily blinked. "A little. Like pressure." Sam looked at Michael. "That's good." Michael squinted. "She sometimes says that in her regular sessions." "Yeah," Sam said, "but those are in rooms with machines. Kids get scared of machines. Tighten up. Here," he gestured to the park. "There's air, trees. Feels different." Michael said nothing, but was listening. Sam helped Lily stretch, gave her toe-wiggling exercises. Nothing dramatic happened, but she wasn't discouraged. "I'll show you again next week," Sam said, standing. "Takes time, but your muscles," he pointed to her thighs, "still remember. You just gotta remind them." Lily smiled bigger. "Okay." Michael cleared his throat. "We're not promising anything." Sam nodded. "I'm not either. I'm just trying." Michael stared, then pulled out a folded bill and offered it. Sam stepped back. "No, sir. I don't want your money." Michael looked surprised. "Then why do this?" Sam shrugged. "Because your daughter smiled." Michael looked at Lily, still smiling, and didn't understand how a boy with nothing could give so much to a stranger. The next Sunday was warmer, but Sam wore his jacket, not for warmth, but because it felt like his mom was near. She'd called it his helper's coat, saying every healer needed a reminder of why they cared. He was at Harrington Park by 11:45, towel out, supplies ready, a water bottle nearby. Kids played basketball nearby. A dog barked in the distance. At noon, Michael's SUV arrived. Lily was grinning before it stopped. Sam waved. "Hi, Lily." "Hi," she chirped, curls bouncing as Michael helped her into the wheelchair. Michael looked tired but lighter. He gave Sam a nod. No words, but more than last week. Sam started. Same setup, same rice pack, but Lily was trying now. "Can you press your heel into the ground?" Sam asked gently. She closed her eyes, focused. Nothing happened. "It's okay," Sam said. "Sometimes your brain takes a while to find the path. Like pushing through a crowd." Michael stood behind, arms crossed, but more for warmth than defense. "Why do you do this?" he asked suddenly. Sam glanced up. "Because I remember how it felt when my mom helped people. She made them feel like they mattered. I want to do that too." Michael nodded slowly. "You ever think about doing something else?" "Sometimes," Sam said, "but this feels right." Michael looked at Lily. She was tapping her toes. Barely, but they moved. He didn't speak, just watched. The next few weekends, they returned. Same time, same place. Sam taught Lily to use rubber bands for ankle strength, rolled tennis balls under her feet to wake her brain, showed Michael how to massage pressure points behind her knees, explaining how nerves have jobs, even when quiet. Then came a tough day, the fourth Sunday. Sam was there, but when the SUV arrived, Lily wasn't smiling. Her eyes were red. Michael looked angry. "She doesn't want to do it today," he said sharply. lifting her into the chair. Lily wouldn't look at them. Sam approached slowly. What happened? Lily crossed her arms. I tried moving my legs this morning. Nothing happened. Nothing. I'm tired of trying. It's pointless. Michael looked away, jaw tight. She's been frustrated all weekend. Sam nodded, kneeling beside her. You think I never get tired? She didn't answer. You think I didn't cry in a shelter when my mom couldn't afford medicine, and I just had to watch? Her eyes shifted to him. You're allowed to be mad. I'm mad sometimes, too. But if you stop, the part of you that wants to walk might stop trying, too. She stared at the ground. I don't want you to give up, Sam said softly. Because I haven't. Silence. Then Lily whispered, I'm scared. Michael turned. She'd never said that aloud. Sam leaned closer. I am too. But scared don't mean stop. It means you're close to something big. Lily wiped her face. Okay, let's try again. They did, Sam guiding her gently. Less talking, just presence, patience. Michael helped more, encouraging every twitch. After 30 minutes, Lily moved her right foot. Not a toe, the whole foot, sliding forward, slow, stiff, but moving. Michael knelt, blinking. Do it again. She did. Sam smiled but said nothing, just watched. That night, Michael stood outside his Crestview drive home, staring at the moon. He'd stopped wondering who Sam was. It didn't matter. Inside, Lily was giggling, retelling the foot slide to her aunt on speakerphone. For the first time in 6 months, their house felt like a home, not a hospital room. Something in Michael was shifting, not just Lily's legs, but the guilt, pride, and walls he'd built. They were crumbling. Monday afternoon, Michael sat in his office, an untouched contract before him. His phone buzzed, emails, calls, clients, but none felt urgent. He kept seeing Lily's foot move, guided by a 9-year-old in taped boots with no last name he knew. He searched Samuel Turner Birmingham. Scattered results appeared. Old newsletters, school databases, mentions of Sam and his mother, Sarah Turner, at a community clinic. No address, no recent info. He closed the laptop, leaning back. This kid was a ghost, yet real. By Saturday, they were back at Harrington Park. Michael brought a mat and fold-out chair, handed Sam a sandwich, saying nothing, just placing it by his bag. Sam gave a quiet thanks and tucked it away. Ready, Lily? He asked. She gave a big thumbs up. Let's do it. They fell into the routine. Heat packs, stretches, toe flexes. Michael joined fully, sitting cross-legged on the grass, mimicking Sam's motions, even messing up once. You're bending wrong, Sam said, grinning. Michael gave a side eye. I haven't stretched since college. They laughed, even Lily. About 20 minutes in, Sam said, All right, Lily, something new. He unfolded a belt, placed it under her knees, showing Michael how to hold the ends. She's going to try lifting both knees, just a little. We balance. She moves. Michael blinked. You sure? Sam nodded. She's ready. They gave her a moment. Her brow furrowed, eyes narrowed. She grunted, and her knees lifted. Barely an inch, but they lifted. Michael stared, stunned. You did that. She smiled. I did it. He swallowed hard. You really did it. Sam nodded, eyes on the belt. See, the body remembers. You just gotta let it talk. Michael looked at him. You're something else, kid. Sam didn't reply, just guided Lily through the next stretch. After, as they packed, Michael crouched beside Sam. Where do you go after this? Sam shrugged. Around. Michael lowered his voice. You got a place to sleep? Sam hesitated. Sometimes. Michael exhaled, rubbing his neck. You ever think about staying with us for a while? Sam's eyes widened. You serious? Got a guest room. You wouldn't be in the way. Sam looked at his hands. You sure your neighbors wouldn't mind a kid like me? Michael laughed shortly. Man, after what you've done for my daughter, they'd better not say a word. Sam didn't answer immediately, but Michael saw him thinking. The next morning, Sam stood outside Michael's home, backpack over one shoulder, blanket under his arm. Michael opened the door in sweatpants, coffee mug in hand. "Right on time," he said. Lily rolled to the hallway. "Sam," he smiled. "Hey, superstar." Michael stepped aside. "Welcome home." The days that followed were quiet, but meaningful. Sam got a room, soft bed, clean sheets, a small desk. He didn't say much, but never missed a morning stretch with Lily. She was moving both feet now, not walking, but her brain was reconnecting with her legs. One night, as Michael washed dishes, he paused. "Sam," he said over his shoulder, "you ever think about going back to school?" Sam, sketching at the table, looked up. "Sometimes." Michael nodded. "You're smart. You could go far." Sam tilted his head. "I want to help people walk again, like my mama did." Michael turned. "Then let's figure out how to get you there." Sam gave a small smile. "Okay." They didn't say more. They didn't need to. The Hayes house, once silent, was now filled with life, footsteps, laughter, scribbles, healing. It started with a nurse walking her dog through Harrington Park one Sunday, spotting Lily, who she hadn't seen out of her wheelchair in months, smiling, lifting knees, moving toes. Beside her was the quiet kid from the hospital doors. The nurse didn't interrupt, just watched, then told her sister in patient services. Days later, a therapist asked Michael, "Is it true Lily's improving?" Michael nodded. "Yeah, thanks to someone unexpected." Word spread. The next Sunday at Harrington Park, two families waited by the oak tree, one with a boy using a walker, another with a girl recovering from a stroke. Both had heard about the kid helping Lily. Sam looked at Michael. Michael looked back. "You don't have to," he said quietly. Sam adjusted his bag. "I want to." He gave up his time with Lily to work with the new kids, showing parents towel stretches, rice pack warming, how to encourage without pushing. He spoke to the kids, not at them. "You're not broken," he told one. "You're just learning a new way to be strong." Lily watched, hands in her lap, not complaining. Later, in the car, she said, "I like watching him help people." Michael glanced at her in the mirror. Yeah. It makes me feel part of something good." He smiled. By the next weekend, 5 families showed up, then 11. A pastor brought chairs. A diner dropped off bagels and coffee. Flyers appeared. Free movement classes, Sundays at noon, Harrington Park. They didn't name Sam, but everyone knew. A reporter came with a camera and notepad. Michael pulled Sam aside. "You okay with this?" Sam looked at the families, kids moving, Lily laughing with a girl on a walker. He nodded. "As long as it's not about me. It's about them." The reporter's piece ran in the Birmingham Sunday Post. Page 2. 9-year-old with a gift helps dozens heal in a city park. They didn't use Sam's full name, per his request, but people found out. A doctor offered mentorship, a nonprofit offered equipment, someone offered tutoring. For the first time since his mother's death, people didn't just see Sam, they valued him. But he never boasted, still laid out the towel the same way, wore the same taped boots, checked on Lily first. The park, once quiet and sore, was now alive with movement, and a homeless boy had become its heart. 9 Sundays passed. 9 Sundays of towels on grass, Lily's knees lifting higher, small victories shared with strangers turned near family. But this Sunday felt different. Sam sensed it before they arrived. The air was warmer, trees swayed slowly. Lily was quieter, focused, like she was ready for something big. A small crowd had formed. Not loud, just families with chairs, therapists kneeling, parents with hopeful eyes. In the center was the worn bench under the oak. Sam unpacked, rolled out the towel, and gave Lily a look. "You ready?" She nodded, no smile, just determination. Michael wheeled her to the mat. Sam knelt. Same as before. We help you stand, you do the rest. Michael stood behind, hands under her arms. Sam guided her legs. Okay, Sam whispered. On three. She closed her eyes. 1, 2, 3. Michael lifted, Sam steadied, and she stood, legs trembling, arms shaking, but up. The crowd hushed. Some kids gasped. A mother covered her mouth. Lily opened her eyes, smiled. I'm standing. Sam blinked back tears. Yeah, you are. Michael froze, breathless, then let go. She stayed up. He stepped back, shaking. She's doing it. Sam stepped back, too. She's been doing it. Lily took one shaky step, then another, then, because she was 6 and brave, a third, before falling into her father's arms. He caught her, laughing, crying, hands trembling. You did it, he whispered. You really did it. Lily turned to Sam. You said I would. He grinned faintly. I said we'd try. That afternoon, nobody rushed to leave. People stayed, talked, hugged, some prayed. Sam sat on the bench, watching quietly. He didn't say much. He never did. That night, Michael stood in the kitchen while Sam poured cereal. You know you changed everything, he said. Sam didn't look up. I didn't. Michael walked over, hand on Sam's shoulder. My daughter walked today, not because of a hospital, doctor, or miracle drug, but because a kid with nothing kept showing up, even when no one asked. Sam nodded. That's what my mom would have done. Michael's throat tightened. I wish she could have seen this. She did, Sam said softly. I think she sees everything. Michael wiped his eyes. Sam, he said quietly, you're going to change a lot of lives. Sam looked up. I already am. Some people lack degrees, polished resumes, or perfect pasts, but they carry something greater, heart, grit, and a reason to keep showing up. Sometimes, the most broken hold the tools to heal others. If this story touched you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. If you know a kid like Sam or a girl like Lily, tell them. You matter, you're needed.